Hi YouTube! I deign that it's time for another impromptu GI Joburg review. A little oddity today. I don't know if any of you are fans of the GI Joe motorized vehicle packs. But what is nice is that there is a specially commissioned artwork for the GI Joe action packs, or vehicle packs. You've got this scene with Muskrat and Spearhead and its wetsuit down there with the dive pack in a nice little bit of water topography, just mixing it up, making sure that everything gets shown off. Wicked cool. It's always nice to have some fresh artwork, even if the subjects in the artwork look completely ridiculous. Spearhead's safety margin with that tank car cannon is slim to none. We got a friendly fire incident just waiting to happen. Yes, folks, this was a peg warmer for a very good reason. It's a vehicle that doesn't come with a figure, and in order to have any kind of fun with it, it needs a figure. It's a carded toy that is not complete within itself. But it's a novelty item, and as such, finds favor in a GI Joe collection like mine, because why? Because it's just so damn bizarre. I love it. I love the concept of it. It is just so far out. I mean, it's dinky, it's small, it looks ridiculous, but it actually happened. This is a vintage toy. This is a carded vintage toy that I'm about to unleash. But before we do that, let's take a look at the back. I'm sure you've all seen enough of the artwork. And here we see the collection. The 2 Cobra motorized vehicle packs and the 3 GI Joe vehicle packs. Nicely posed with the figures of that year. These all hail from 1988. However, this is the Action Force card, so they were released a year later in Europe and, of course, South Africa. I seem to remember these things often winding up being unwrapped rather unenthusiastically at birthday parties of the time. Ah, you are free, my friend. Free. Haha! It's a dinky little tricycle. Motorized, of course. Friction power. It also comes with mandatory decal sheet with a very dinky GI Joe symbol. Ah, that's beautiful. And very cool little card explaining how to mount this ridiculous piece of equipment on your repeater figure. Good on you, Hasbro. And of course, sticker placement instructions. So, let me get some decals on this guy, and we'll be back in a flash. Well, that took a little bit longer than anticipated, I must say. What was the blink of an eye for you folks at home took me the better half of half an hour, for the simple reason that I had to trim some of these stickers. That's something that I've never had to do with a GI Joe vehicle before, but I guess there's such little amount of real estate on this teeny little thing that even the transparent plastic edging on the decal is too much for the vehicle's chassis to accommodate. But there it is, folks, and it is a dinky little thing. Beautifully handled, nice little bit of sculpting to bring out the engine detail. The decals really do add something. My favorite, of course, being the little AM FM radio, it seems. I mean, is that cool or what? It's even got like a volume knob. At least I'm calling it an AM FM radio. The intention is probably that it be speedometer, odometer, I don't know, some kind of diagnostic going on there. These little guys are kind of problematic because they have to curve over the exhaust pipes. I'm assuming they're exhaust pipes. And the worst of the lot were these 5s, which needed some trimming on either side just to keep them from going off the edge of the fairing. A light sticker would have been great. You know, GI Joe, particularly with vehicles like the Vamp, established a nice almost crosshatch or just horizontal lines to signify a lamp. But no such luck on this vehicle. it is quite a light shade. It's not quite tan. I suppose it's designed to be a chip off the old Desert Fox's block. But in my opinion, the Desert Fox is cast a little bit too light as well. This is a very light sand color, and it's at odds with the packaging art, which is a deeper tan, and the photography, which is also, as I say, a deeper shade of tan. You can get those both on frame there, and you can compare. But the moment of truth has arrived. I think it's time we got ourselves an occupant. And what better occupant than the very man in the stock photography himself? Da-da-da. It's Shockwave, ladies and gentlemen, and he is actually my favorite action figure of all time. And this is the one. This is my childhood Shockwave. So let's get him mounted. The bike is now currently in its vehicular mode, and it's got a pretty conventional seat. But say he has gotten to his objective and now wants to pack up the bike for storage. Well, the transformation has one very nifty surprise. It's locked in place. To unlock it, you need to push down on the bars, and then it rotates around. Standard back plug, which is quite snug on Mr. Shockwave. And there we go. Since this is my childhood Shockwave, he's a bit weak at the knees, and he's not going to manage standing poses with this heavy weight on his back. In fact, I think this looks just downright ridiculous. I mean, in all honesty, who thought this was a practical way of storing a vehicle? On my back! So, let's put this preposterous nonsense to bed and have Shockwave in his urban infiltration mode, because that's how I imagine this thing being used. It's being used for tight environments where a conventional bike would not be able to pass. The handlebars are of a nice size. They're not going to stretch his thumbs too much. Gratefully, his feet do clear the ground when he is seated and has his hands on the handlebars. Oh yeah. For armament, we've got this. Not sure what it is. Perhaps a laser cannon. I mean, that's kind of where 1988 situates ourselves. There weren't specific laser troopers. Vehicles often were packaged with what was ostensibly lasers. So this has either got a small fixed forward machine gun, or indeed a pew 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 kind of gun. But you know what? As I said before, it's a GI Joe oddity, and I do love it so. So say goodbye to everyone, Shockwave. Damn it. Pull back and go fail. Perhaps on a smoother surface. More than 25 years later, and the friction power is still strong. Yeah! Let's rock and ride!